So let's identify the issues faced during the preparation for the environment and ecology and the disaster management. There is a lack of any specific one resource for that particular subject. Ensure a integrated approach, right? Failing to do the time management. Incorporate the specific principles of the environmental impact assessment on those areas. I think the map is going to give a lot visual appeal. So basically what this is showing your creativity. Ultimate USP of this particular document is that it is a very brief document. We have prepared this particular document considering that the time is the ultimate reality as far as this examination is concerned. And within 110 pages, this particular document comprehensively covers. This particular document also talks about the high impact topic in a thematic manner. Let's say, okay, so hello everyone, I'm Vishal Salsekar and today we are going to discuss the strategy for the environment and disaster management from the UPSC 2025 means perspective, right? So there is a document also which is the value added document for the environment and the associated aspects along with the disaster management. Regarding that also we are going to discuss about. But before discussing about the strategy, first, let's try to figure out that as an aspirant, what kind of difficulties one might be facing when it comes specifically to the environment and ecology and the disaster management, specifically from the means perspective. So let's identify the issues faced during the preparation for the environment and ecology and the disaster management. Now see. The environment and ecology, generally you might be preparing from the prelims perspective also, but generally the disaster management, which is not asked specifically until or unless there is some kind of current affairs related aspects that will be there in that particular subject. But specifically per se, the subject of disaster management is not necessarily being asked in the prelims examination. So basically one such thing is that there is lack of preparation of specifically disaster management, because this is part of the means examination when it comes to the UPSC examination schema. Now let's try to discuss further issues with respect to these particular subjects. Another most important difficulties when it comes to the environment and ecology and disaster management is there is a lack of any specific one resource for that particular subject. So for example, generally for the polity, you do have one resource. For history, you do have one resource, which is going to provide you the comprehensive idea about what is basically part of the UPSC prelim syllabus as well as some idea about the means related aspects also. But when it comes to the environment and ecology, there are the guide resource for that and NCERTs that we are having with respect to, let's say, biology, that is covering the limited aspects. But the way UPSC is framing the questions, even in the prelims examination, that is not going to give us the sufficient coverage even from the means examination perspective. So another issue is basically lack of one standardized resource. So basically unavailability of these kind of standardized resources. And what do I mean by these particular standardized resources? These are basically one resource which is covering entire 360-degree aspects related to that particular subjects. Another issue with respect to these particular subject is the highly dynamic nature. So basically these subjects are highly dynamic. What do I mean by highly dynamic? Basically, these particular subjects may whatever questions generally UPSC will be focusing upon, those particular questions are generally current affairs inspired. So for example, right now, in the wake of multiple events, either it is religious, either it is sports based, either it is any other kind of festivities, we had seen a lot of stampede related situation, right? So basically, let's say, the stampede was part of this particular year's current affairs, right? So there is stampede related issues. Now in that specific situation, the UPSC in the disaster management can ask specifically about the stampede. What is the crowd management? What kind of scenario or the framework that India is having with respect to crowd management? What are the penal provision if there are any kind of difficult situation like we are seeing on a daily basis, these kind of events when we are observing that the failure is causing certain kind of disaster. So how those particular disasters can be managed properly. Clear hai? Apart from that, what are the other issues? The subjects are interdisciplinary. What do I mean by interdisciplinary? For example, for writing the answer of a disaster management question, if you do not have clarity with respect to your geography topics, then in that particular case, you are going to find yourself in a difficult situation. Similar happens with respect to the environment and ecology, because whenever the questions are being asked, the specific aspects of geography are being part of that specific question. Sometimes the science and tech becomes part of that particular question. Sometimes the society becomes the part of that question. Sometimes even international cooperation or the international relations become part of that particular question. So what does it tell? It tells that the subjects are interdisciplinary in nature. And when these particular subjects are interdisciplinary, so basically you have to ensure a integrated approach, right? So when we have to incorporate the integrated approach and failing to do this particular thing, and many such students fails to do this because they treat environment and ecology like कि prelims के लिए पढ़ लिया है, so that will be working for me even for the means examination. And disaster management, ठीक है, we'll see only about the disaster management cycle. What are the process related to that, what should be done pre-disaster, what should be done post-disaster, but they fail to realize that there is a broader schema for that particular thing, right? And in not realizing those particular things might be causing difficulty in fetching comparatively good marks with respect to this. And this brings me to another doubt or the issues with respect to the preparation of these subjects, that on the one side you have conceptual aspects, on the other side you have the factual aspects. Now the answers that you are going to write in these particular means examination for the subjects, that have to be incorporating the facts also, and that have to be incorporating the concepts also. Over reliance on fact. Let's say there is the Coalition for the Disaster Resilience Infrastructure, CDRI. Now you know about that there is a such framework on the global level, but if you fail to realize that how you have to include that particular thing in your answer. For example, CITES was there in news. So basically, if the CITES has completed 50 years of its implementation, in that particular case, now just by knowing about CITES is not important from the means perspective. What is more important is what is basically conservation and preservation of the wildlife, which includes the flora, fauna, the entire aspects of the biodiversity. Now there you can incorporate the specific aspects of CITES and CMS, etc. kind of conventions. So basically what I'm trying to tell you over here, that you have to also manage between the fact versus concept dilemma. That I know about the fact, I am not able to relate that fact with the concept, and then further detailing. So basically we will talk about how this particular document is going to give you a benefit with respect to dealing with this fact and concept ka dichotomy, and how we can do the synthesis of both. Apart from that, when it comes to the applied aspect of the subjects, ultimately why we are studying these particular things, in order to apply those things and writing good answers, right? So basically with respect to this particular subjects, the answer writing or lack of practice with respect to the answer writing specifically for these subjects, generally we do tend to write some answers, but not specifically environment and ecology, or let's say the disaster management, and failing to do that particular thing causes another difficulty with respect to the preparation of this particular subjects from the means perspective. So another issue is basically the answer writing related gaps, right? So there are certain kind of things that examiner expects from your side. What examiner do expects? Examiner expects from your side that you should be having proper incorporation of the case studies, proper incorporation of certain kind of examples, proper incorporation of certain kind of facts, data, case study. So for example, when we talk about the stampede, if the answer is not reflecting certain kind of recent incidents, for example, after the IPL, or the IPL trophy, whatever celebration was going on, or recently with respect to even at the New Delhi railway station in the wake of Mahakumbh, or at the premise of the Mahakumbh, or with respect to the recent certain kind of festivities, celebrations. So basically, whenever these particular stampede had happened, so you should be having an idea about those, because that can be easily acting as a kind of context to your answer. So basically, answer writing related gap, and what kind of difficulties one is facing. There is data, there are facts, there are examples, then there are case studies. Even the interdisciplinary nature is going to work a lot over here. For example, suppose if you are writing relating to certain kind of biodiversity or the environment related aspects, now you have to also talk about that Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, or let's say the environmental governance when it comes to the governance related aspects. Sometimes the issues with respect to disaster management are also concerning with the internal security. So basically all these kind of things have to be taken into consideration while you are writing the answer. And last, in this particular issues, as far as I can recall about those as of now, is basically not able to do proper time management. So failing to do the time management. This is also another issues as far as the disaster management and environment and ecology is concerned. Why so? Because we are not adequately providing the time, and whatever issues we have discussed, one such thing, it becomes sometimes more time consuming because we are not fixating ourselves to some specific targeted resources, because the time period is very, very less. And now roughly after 1 month and few days, there will be again the means examination. Ultimately, the time is the master, time is the king, and we have to make sure that we should be giving the due respect to the time. So how we can try to solve all these kind of problems? On the one side, we have the previous year's question papers. On the other side, we might be appearing for the test series. On the other side, we do need certain kind of presentative tools, data, fact, examples. We also integrate the current affairs in our answers. So one solution for this particular things can be the value added document that you can refer to. Now, when it comes to the value added document, let's see that what this particular value added document is going to provide you with respect to this particular subject, right? So basically the approach that we are going to follow in this particular document, and this document is self-explanatory document. So basically there is the arrangement of these sections. Let's say the ecosystem, biodiversity and conservation, one such section. Then there is the environmental pollution, degradation related things, climate change, which is ultimately turning into reality, the kind of events. And this is also related with the disaster management very, very adequately. You see the landslides that are going on, you see the changing of the course of the river, or else you are talking about any specific event. Let's say recently there have been a lot of earthquakes that are being reported on certain islands of Japan. It is situated on the Pacific Ring of Fire. So basically you have to now relate the concepts. So basically those particular things and why the intensification is there. Then the environmental impact assessment and specific areas, let's say the Himalayas or let's say the Western Ghats, why they are more vulnerable and why there is need to incorporate the specific principles of the environmental impact assessment on those areas. It cannot be one shoe fit for all. So all these kind of things are divided in a structured and a thematic manner. Now the ultimate USP of this particular document is that it is a very brief document. We have prepared this particular document considering that the time is the ultimate reality as far as this examination is concerned. And within 110 pages, this particular document comprehensively covers. And 110, you might be thinking ki pages kafi zyada hai. But in those also, roughly half of the pages are devoted to create certain infographics. So basically, it will be effectively 50 to 60 pages only that you have to read. And there also certain kind of like current affairs integration, all these things arranged in a thematic manner that is eventually going to help you a lot as far as this particular year's examination is concerned. Now, having discussed about that, now what is the integrated approach that we are incorporating in this document? So see, PYQs, I hope that by this time you might have realized that what kind of questions are coming. Even if you have not done that particular things, so these particular themes that we had discussed in this particular manner, indexing has been done, and the PYQ questions and the analysis of the PYQ. Let's say if in, let's say, 2023 or 2019 similar questions were asked, so what UPSC is expecting from our side? First, they asked about the societal aspects, then they have asked about the geography related aspects. So next time we can also go for the economic aspects related to that particular thing, right? So basically those particular aspects, let's say, which are the high focus topics, regarding that environment related things, the wetland conservation policies, coastal ecosystem, human impact on the coastal ecosystems, the biodiversities, law, sustainability. So generally for the prelims examination, you prepare those things in silo. Now for the means preparation, you need a integrated document. So this document is going to help you with those particular things. Apart from that, similarly for the other themes also, this is arranged in the PYQ analysis. So this PYQ analysis is going to give you an idea about how the PYQ should be understood, what kind of trends you can able to observe, and eventually if you have studied by yourself or if you have prepared certain kind of notes, how you need to incorporate the high value content now in your notes, or how you have to channelize your notes in order to write good answers. Clear hai? Apart from that particular thing, this particular document also talks about the high impact topic in a thematic manner. Let's say we have discussed already about the stampede. So basically the definition related aspects. Then like this, you can draw also a map. So basically this kind of map is going to give you an idea about like which are the major stampede. Now see, though it appears very, very easy, but don't you think so? If somebody has drawn a map, on the other hand, somebody has depicted ki 1, 2, 3, 4, these pointers mein, I think the map is going to give a lot visual appeal. An approximate map and giving an idea about the location and what was the reason gives you a proper authentication to your first part. Let's say it was the first part of the question. So it gives a proper authentication to your first part of the question, along with giving the visual appeal, along with giving the substantiation. All these things are in this particular part. So basically what it is doing, it is helping you to eventually show those particular things on the map, and that is going to help you with respect to the answer writing. And eventually examiner will also feel that yes, you know about the basics, and that should also have the current affairs related things. So basically you can see 2024 related aspects are also being incorporated. और ऐसा नहीं है कि only 2024 में this phenomena is there. Even previously we had seen the stampede related situation. Similarly, when we are talking about certain kind of problem, we have to give certain solution to that. So for that particular solution, like this, you can make certain kind of thematic flowcharts. So all the themes have thematic flowcharts available with them, certain kind of process diagram, certain kind of circular flow, all these kind of things. And those things are not just to give only visual appeal to you or to attract you. No, they are giving you an idea that these kind of diagrams you can also make in your answers, and then only your answers are going to be good. Because ultimately, see, jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai. But we have to accept this reality कि we have to show those particular things even to the examiner, because the copy is anonymous. What they know is the way you are presenting those particular things to the examiner. If those are good, obviously the examiner is going to get impressed and going to reward good marks to you. And at the end of the day, we have to seek those particular things only. Okay? So basically, this is coverage of the important things in a thematic manner. Apart from that, like these also you can see. So generally what we are seeing the incidents in a silo manner, or let's say in a scattered manner. So let's talk about, let's say, the topic of the human-animal conflict. When we think about this thing, generally the kind of issues and kind of solutions that we are coming up is a bit generic. But you can see over here that they are talking about the definition related to this, then they are talking about the key drivers or what are the issues with respect to that, then they are talking about the impact of this particular issue, giving the examples of that, and the initiatives taken. Now initiatives may, it's not only talking about the generic thing, you can see the specific aspects. For example, Wildlife Protection Act, they are talking about certain kind of species specific guidelines, they are talking about the centrally sponsored scheme, certain conservation projects, then they are talking about the National Wildlife Action Plan, which is basically talking about the management of the species, and then they are talking about further strategy regarding that. If you are just writing the generic pointers about just conservation, then your answers will be appearing comparatively repetitive. Apart from that, in the thematic manner only, there are certain kind of things which we are talking more often about, let's say the eco bridges. Now you might be thinking ki bhai chalo, this might be certain kind of concept, but when it is giving you certain kind of visual representation like this, you can also make the diagram. Obviously itna colorful to nahi banega, but like this you can make region 1 a connective link region 2. So basically what this is showing your creativity, and obviously for the creativity you should need certain kind of guidance, and this particular guidance is being provided through the kind of depiction you are having. Apart from that, there are case studies are also being provided for that. So for through these particular things, some innovative ideas, because see, everybody is going to write similar kind of pointers. How you are going to make your answer different than others? Have multiplicity of the examples with you, and this document is going to help you with that particular aspect. Now, having discussed about the thematic and the key important issues that might be there with respect to this particular year's examination, so this document is providing you the PYQ and PYQ analysis. So high potential theme previously asked, and then important themes, some kind of like predicted themes, and that is arranged in a topic wise topic manner and theme by theme manner. Apart from that, you know that this particular document is less than, like in totality, it is roughly 110 pages, but effectively it will be 50 to 60 pages. So having a discussion or reading about that can give you an idea that multiple times you can read at least twice or thrice before the examination. It will not take more than 5 hours to read this particular document, even at the first instance, and repetitively it will take 2 to 3 hours only. So effectively you are not going to devote a lot of time, but apart from that, answer writings you should be doing. Apart from that, there are a lot of value addition related things. So let's say the case studies, let's say examples, data, facts, certain conventions, species in news, because all these kind of things you can incorporate in your answer. There is no limit to that, right? Apart from that, current affairs integration. So like this, you can see, let's say the industrial disasters that were there, Gujarat factory fire, then there are certain other things, let's say the Thane chemical unit explosion. So all these kind of things which are very new and comparatively recent events that have been talked about. Then you can see the green hydrogen and the methanol conservation plant. So National Green Hydrogen Mission, very recent mission, and government is focusing upon the sustainable energy and also focusing upon the alternative resources. This can be a important thing. Then the Indian Himalayan region needs its own EIA. So basically these kind of things are going to provide you a lot of substantial aspect that you can incorporate in your answers, right? Apart from that, the most important thing regarding the aspect of jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai. So the presentation tools are there. Now I know that you already might have seen a lot of presentative aspects. You might have drawn some things for you also, but eventually this is for the larger audience, those who might not have already done. So there is no harm in taking a cue from that and improvising upon them. So we have provided you certain kind of, let's say in a thematic and in a timeline manner. Then we have talked about like you can make it, let's say here, different type of emission aspects are there, and the pollutant source and the location. Like this you can arrange so that the pollution related questions can be tackled. Now this is related to the air pollution, with respect to water pollution, with respect to different other pollutions, the similar things can be asked. Then suppose karo if there is certain kind of like waste related issues and waste management we have to talk about, so you can talk about in this particular manner that the need kyon hai, because of the extent, and the government is focusing a lot. Even in Delhi we were talking about like there are certain kind of dump sites where we can do a lot of land reclamation if that particular dump is being utilized in a proper manner, let's say conversion into the electricity. Then there are certain kind of these aspects also. Let's say the hazardous waste, it can be divided into multiple aspects. Let's say pesticides, then battery, then industrial waste, e-waste, the pharma waste, right? So these categorization can be there. Now once you see those particular things, this eventually helps you ki for other subjects also you can incorporate these kind of presentative tools or presentative aspects, right? So basically in nutshell, if I talk about the kind of solution it is providing, the dynamic topic it is covering through the integration of the current affairs and the high value topics. Lack of one standardized resource. So basically this particular resource is consolidating all the things even from the current affairs, that is going to help you. Then lack of the preparation of disaster management. So in order to help you with that disaster management specifically topic, the disaster related aspects and the solution for that, even basic to the advanced level, it is going to provide you. Answer writing related things, it is obviously answer writing you have to do, but we are providing you the solution. Let's say the fact, data, example, case studies, and a lot of other things that can eventually help you to reduce the language and put more and more content and facts and other substantiation related aspects in your answer to add more value. Then apart from the time management, roughly I can confidently say, if you are a serious aspirant and if you are reading it properly, then in that particular case, it is not going to take you more than 5 to 6 hours in the initial reading. Because eventually I know na, ki the particular document does not have that much content in the form of verbose that is giving you a lot of value. So basically the time will be managed properly. And see, again, at the end of the day, it is better to read one resource which is consolidated multiple times rather than delving into multiple resources. So basically, stay, be calm, and then properly ensure that you read this particular document. Then again revise. If you want to make notes, you can also make notes. Generally the things are provided in the notes manner only, right? Apart from that, it is balancing the facts concept, so it is giving you some definitions which are very brief so that you can incorporate those directly in your answers. Apart from that, the subjects interdisciplinary nature, so it is also giving you different kind of interconnections. Like when it talks about impact, it is talking about social, political, economic, all the things are being talked about. So this can be a one-stop solution for all your doubts with respect to the environment, ecology, as well as the disaster management, covering two important topics, or we can say subjects broadly, and giving you a lot of value as far as the general studies paper 3 is concerned. Okay? Because generally 50, 60, 70, 80 marks, itna it can give you the value with respect to the UPSC examination, even more than that, right? So now, having discussed about this, we know that how to access this particular resource. So for this, what you need to do, you need to go to the resources tab on the Vision IAS website, where you can go to the mains corner, and in this mains corner, GS3, you can get the document for this. So there are subjects like economy, science and technology, internal security, environment and disaster management. So disaster management and environment related things you can access through here. Similarly, for the GS1, GS2, GS3, essay, ethics, optional, all the resources are available and they are gradually getting updated also. Okay? So I hope that whatever we have discussed might have made certain sense to you, and you will now try to utilize this particular document. Apart from that, certain other tools that are comprehensively ensuring that you will get success in this particular examination. Okay? So try to utilize the material, because these are, as the name suggests, the value added document that are going to add a lot of value to your preparation and will ensure that you will achieve success as far as the mains examination for this year is concerned. Okay? Chalo. And even for those who might not be writing the mains but at least want to have certain kind of idea about how to do the interlinking and all, once you are done with your basics, you can refer to these particular materials. So these are going to help you a lot with respect to your preparation, specifically fine-tuning your preparation. Okay? Chalo. Thank you everyone. Have a great day and best of luck for the mains examination. Thank you.